Hi, everyone. Wait, there's like a delay. Hold on. Hi, everyone. Sorry I've been MIA. I literally got so wrecked by being sick. Can you all tell? I'm actually better. I just look tired as heck because I am tired as heck. And I'm not really wearing makeup, so I am technically better, although fun fact, I have I think the flu is the flu. I'm pretty sure. I think the flu gave me lasting nerve damage? Question mark. Okay, wait, I'll tell you all the whole story. Hold on, I missed all of chat. We gonna continue playing Poppy Playtime? Yeah, I'm literally gonna be here for like 20 minutes today, so I don't want to do it today. What is today? Monday. I also am going to a concert tomorrow, so sorry. I will be skipping stream tomorrow. But hold on. Let me think of this week. Maybe next Monday. As long as I'm not late again. Sorry, I was so late today. But I want to do the whole thing in one run. Well, okay, besides what I've already done. That way I beat the whole chapter for you. Okay, hold on. What else did I miss? Hope you're bitter. I am. Okay, wait, I'll tell you all the story. Hold on, let me catch up everything else. Hi, Imposing Focus. Hi, Barney. Hi, Alfred. I didn't say that, did I? Not Chinchu. Self-care first. Oh man, get ready for this story. All right, so 2 weeks ago, it's been like 3 weeks since I've streamed. I think something like that. It's been a really long time because 2 weeks ago Friday, it was not this past Friday, not the Friday before that, but the Friday before that. So like 3 Fridays ago, I was like really cold. Like nothing else going on, just like really cold. I'm pretty sure because that weekend I think I went to Columbus. Yeah. So I was just like really cold. And I was like, what is happening? Like, why am I so cold? And I think I like had asked people like, are you cold? No, wait. I think I did that Monday. I was just really cold on Friday. And then all that weekend, I was like really cold. No other symptoms, just like incredibly cold. And like the weather here is actually pretty freaking cold right now, but just like so weirdly cold. And I was like, what is happening? And wait, let me start the music. And I think I've told you all, but my back hurts me all the freaking time. So I think I started to think, because my back hurt really bad that weekend too, that I had like a pinched nerve in my back because the cold was especially strong in like my legs. And I was like, oh, if I have a pinched nerve in my back, maybe it's like causing my legs to go kind of numb and feel cold. So that week, Monday, I come in. I don't know. I must not have streamed that Monday. Or did I stream that Monday and I told you all I felt cold? I can't remember which it was. But that Monday, I go back into work. And I'm like asking everyone, like, are you cold? Because I was just so cold. They were like, no. I'm like looking at my coworker. I'm like wearing pants and a long sleeve shirt. And like other coworkers are like in short sleeve shirt and pants. I'm like, are you cold? I'm like cold, fully covered. Like, no. What is happening? And like I said, I kind of thought maybe it was the pinched nerve thing. So I was like, maybe it's just the pinched nerve. I might need to go to a doctor for this or something. Well, come Tuesday. By the way, at work, I was like preparing to do this briefing. Like I had been preparing to like give this presentation for like weeks. And it was going to be that Wednesday. So Tuesday morning comes around and I feel like poo-poo butt garbage. And my throat's kind of sore. I'm like, the cold was, I was sick. Like when you get chills when you're sick. So I called in work on Tuesday and was like, hey, I have that presentation tomorrow. I'm going to try and stay home and see if I can beat back this. I was talking to my work mom. She was like, okay, stay home. Maybe you just come in tomorrow for the presentation and then go back. Like if you still feel bad. I was like, yeah, we'll see. So that Tuesday I stayed home. I felt like poo-poo butt garbage dookie dog water. Pretty sure it was the flu, but I never went and got tested. Sorry, I'm starting the game. But I never got tested. So then Wednesday rolls around and I come into work in the morning. I feel like poo-poo butt garbage. But I really want to do that presentation. So I like masked up and like went and gave the presentation, took care of a couple things, and then I went home like most of that day. And I was like, oh, I've got all these meetings and stuff to take care of this week. And my team lead at work was like getting ready to go on baby leave because his wife was about to have a baby. And I'm like, all this stuff I'm trying to get done. Thursday rolls around. I feel like poo-poo butt garbage. And like, I kid you all not, like it was like constant cold, hot, like I'm sweating, but I'm freezing. And it was awful. I just like felt like absolute garbage. Sorry, I'm missing all of chat, but I was like, I thought I would make it in on Friday. Did not make it in on Friday either. So I was out of work for practically 4 days. Besides when I went in for that presentation. And then that weekend, I was supposed to go see my boyfriend's family to help his grandparents, like, were getting ready to move. And that was supposed to be Sunday. And he came over Friday. And we literally did nothing that weekend. He also got it, whatever it was that I got. But he literally recovered in like 2 days. Like, he literally took 1 day off work. He felt kind of poo-poo garbage that Monday. Or I felt like poo-poo garbage. Then he stayed home Tuesday. And then he was fine. I mean, he still has a cough. That I don't really have that. And other people I've talked to with whatever this is have told me that the cough that they have has lasted them forever after. But I actually, thankfully, don't have that. Like, I don't have a cough. I did kind of have a little bit of a cough when I was sick, kind of, but not really, and it's, like, gone now. But here's the fun thing that happened to me. I don't know if it was caused by the flu or what it is, but right now, still, I have this problem where, and I think it's called allodynia. I got this from Googling, not from a doctor, so like take this with a grain of salt, but my skin like hurts to touch. Like I have a sunburn, but I don't. Like, I don't have a sunburn. There's nothing wrong with my skin. Like, there's like even my hands kind of feel it right now. Like, to touch them like this kind of hurts. My hands aren't the worst part, actually. It's like my center is the worst part, and it kind of radiates outward. So like my like chest and belly and like center is like the worst. Which is funny because that's like usually your most covered part of your body, right? Like, I could wear short sleeves but still my center would be covered. It like hurts. Like, I'm like trying to think of how to describe it. Like, it's like getting poked by a bunch of needles, or like I said, like a sunburn, but there's no sunburn. And I might have had this when I had the flu, but the problem with when I had the flu was I just felt like poo-poo butt garbage, was constantly cold and hot the whole time. So maybe I had it, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I just felt like butt garbage. So I go back to work the next Monday. So this would be last Monday. And I'm not really fighting hot cold anymore, except, like I said, my skin just like hurts. Like, to even wear clothing hurts. And so I'm like Googling a bunch of things, like, what is this? And like I said, I've looked up, and I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Allodynia, I think is what it's called. And I think it's related to like nerve damage. So Google says that it's like a symptom. It's not like the problem itself. It's a symptom of a problem, which I'm like, what is my problem? And so I've been complaining about this at work and stuff. And my work mom's like, you need to go see a doctor. So I think I went to see my doctor like last Wednesday or Thursday. Also, I've been sleeping a lot. I think my body's been like, go to sleep. You need to recover, which has been part of why I've been also MIA from streams, even though I technically was better last week. But anyway, sorry. Went to the doctor like last Thursday or something. And I really was dreading it because I was like, I hadn't gone when I had the flu the whole time. Because like, by the time I felt pretty sure I had the flu, like, what were they going to do? They weren't going to do anything. Like, all they would do is tell me, you have the flu, stay home, get rest. Like, so I didn't really want to go in because, like, what's the point? You know, other than confirming that, yes, I had the flu. Like, I was like, it'd just be a waste of time, energy to do it, right? And looking up this allodynia stuff, they're like, you know, your doctor will probably run like blood tests to figure these things out or whatever. So I was like, fine. Let me see if I can go in to see my PCP. My PCP actually isn't even a doctor. She's a nurse practitioner. There's a long story on that too, and the healthcare system and stuff. But anyway, I go see her, and like when I called to schedule the appointment, I was like, here's my problem. I feel like I have a sunburn, but I don't. I go in, you know, take all my vitals and stuff, and the doctor comes in. She's like, so what's wrong? I say, like, it feels like I have a sunburn, but there's nothing wrong. She's like, well, since you're just getting over a flu, the flu kind of makes your body feel really weak, so it's probably just that. I'm like, okay. And I had forgotten this is why I didn't want to go to the doctor, because my problem with going to the doctor is like, what are they going to tell me? The goal is they tell me what's wrong and then we make a path forward. But like, sometimes it feels like they just don't know. And then you just are like put in this state of like waiting. Like back when I got mono, we did figure out it was mono, but I have this lump in my throat on my neck that has not gone away that I think is from that. And like no one has told me what I'm supposed to just like live with it from now on. Like, anyway, wasted $35 because literally I go in, I tell her my problem. She's like, the flu makes you feel weak. We can test you for the flu if you want. I was like, sure. Like, if I still have any of it and you guys can tell me specifically like what I had, I guess that's fine. Come in and test me. Comes back negative for COVID, negative for influenza A, negative for influenza B. I think it's just because I was already, like, I didn't have the flu anymore, so they couldn't test it on me. But she was like, I was like, well, what do I do? Like, do I, like, how do I move forward? She's like, if you're still feeling it in a couple weeks, come in and maybe I'll prescribe you or send you to a dermatologist. And in my brain, I'm just like, I don't think this is a dermatologist. Because she was like, do you have lesions like on your skin? I'm like, no, I don't. This is me telling you all this. I don't think it's like a literal physical problem. I think it's like some sort of nerve damage or something. So my nerves are on the fritz telling me I'm hurting. There's something wrong, but there's like not. So I'm like, I don't think I need to see a dermatologist. I think I need to go to, or maybe a dermatologist does do this, but I think I need to go to someone that can like figure out nerve damage things. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't even know for sure that I have this allodynia. I'm not trying to be like Google doctor solver here, but I'm trying to like figure out my problem, you know? Anyway, that's what I've been dealing with. It's been really awful. It's almost like I still feel cold a lot too, but it's really just pain. Like I just feel pain. So there y'all go. There is the fun of what I've been dealing with. All right, we're gonna just do like quick dailies in Genshin, and then I'm I'm gonna go lay down. Sorry. I know, not a very exciting stream to come back to, but it is what it is. Blurg! Hi, Blurg! Okay, wait, I missed some chat. 2 weeks post-nasal drip for 2 weeks not long ago. Got sick when I got better. To get past the curse of being sick. No, it's so funny. Maddie's not here today. Maddie told me like the week before I got whatever I got that she thinks she had the same thing because she was like telling me like, I was talking to a friend. This is her. I was talking to a friend and I told them I was cold. My friend was like, you never get cold. So Maddie had whatever this is. Like the week before me. So it's going around. I didn't get my flu shot this season. Bad me. And you were very sick. Said to get better before you stream again. That was concerned for you. Yeah. Thanks, Alfred. It has been pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie. I literally cried in my shower a few nights when I was sick because I was just so frustrated. I was like, why am I so weak? Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. And this lasting problem is also really annoying. I don't know if it's making me more tired or that's just me recovering from the flu too. I feel like I've been even more tired than usual, hence me missing a lot of things last week. I didn't watch show night with Blur because I was like, I'm just tired. And I didn't stream last week, right? No. So anyway, yeah, body's a wreck. And I didn't go blow dry my hair too, which is part of why I need to get off here so I can go do that. All right. Sounds awful. It sucks. It makes it hard to just like live my life. Like it's not enough to like, I don't know how to say it. Like I'm literally dying. Like I'm not. It's kind of more like a really, really annoying nuisance because it hurts, but it's not like I feel like I need to. It'd be like if you actually had a sunburn. Like all you can do when you actually have a sunburn is to like, you know, take care of the sunburn, and you know you're not gonna die from the sunburn. Or, I mean, in a regular sunburn situation, you know, you're not gonna die from it or anything. It's just, you know, which is kind of how I feel. I'm just like dealing with this annoyance, I guess. But unfortunately, unlike an actual sunburn, I don't know how to make it go away. Anyway, I'm giving it time. And honestly, if in a few weeks I'm still seeing issues, I might just look for a doctor on my own instead of going back to my PCP. Or maybe it is a dermatologist that I need to go to, and maybe I'll see her to get that recommendation. I don't know. But I might do some more Google doctor stuff because I just need directions on like what I need to do. So anyway, hi Blurg. Oh wait, I think you messaged me back. You did. You did message me. All right. Hello again, beautiful people. I am posing focus. How's school going? The students respecting you. All right. Let me pull the affirmation card. I kid you all not. I'm here to do my dailies. And I guess I'll spend my resin, but that's it. I'm really behind on Genshin stuff. Surprise, surprise. I really want to get a bunch of stuff done, but I can't. Staff potluck tonight. Ooh, what'd you bring? What'd you eat? Here's a fun, not really fun thing. When I was sick, I lost like over 5 pounds. Like in that week when I was sick. Which I am trying to lose weight, but that's not the way to do it. Pretty sure I lost a couple pounds of like lean muscle, like, because I didn't go to the gym that week. I just started going back to the gym late last week, and I am hurting. I went today, actually. I am hurting. And yesterday, I am hurting. Anyway. Roselia! 4 cheese, mac and cheese. Ooh, which cheeses? Some of my coworkers shouldn't quit their day job when it comes to cooking. Oh well. I definitely should not. I am not the greatest cook, but I do, when I do something like that, go to a potluck or something, I do make sure they're like 10 meals that I wouldn't say perfected, but I make in a decent enough way that people are like, wow, this is good. And I make sure those are the kind of meals I bring to things like potlucks. Any other experimental cooking or maybe subpar cooking is reserved for me when I'm making food for myself. All right. Because I am not like a good chef. All right. Let's pull this. So in talking about my pain, like it hurts for me to kind of lean forward like this, or my like body's kind of scrunching or moving back so it unscrunches. Very fun, y'all. Very fun. All right, y'all. Manifestation. Look, Roselia. Manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You're holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. Manifestation. Manifesting good health in me. All right, let's do this really quickly. Sorry, we're speed running Genshin, which is honestly, this is kind of what I do most days in Genshin. I actually had to speed run all of my weekly bosses last night before the server weekly reset, because I have literally been slacking very badly in my Genshin stuff. It's not good. It's not good, y'all. It's not good. What is this? Oh, we got a new event. All right, well, 4 days from now, I'll maybe think about it. GDQN. Wait, what's GDQ? Help. My brain, help. Genshin done quick. True. Very true. All right, hold on. Like, what do I need to do? What am I trying to do? Sharp cheddar, mozzarella, Gouda, and Goy. Did you just hear me say Goy? Gruyere. I was lagging back.
I see the value in my own work, but I also
Interesting. Mozzarella. It's not one I would have thought to mix with those. Then again, I'm not very good at knowing which cheeses mix. Speedrunning events. Oh my gosh. I wonder if there is like a Genshin speedrunning thing out there. There probably is. Let's be very real. Couldn't be me. Like, I do run my things very quickly because I'm always in a rush to finish things, but I don't think I'm quite speedrunner quality. in Genshin. Getting pretty good at it, actually. I would say that, but I've seen the speedrunning community in games, like they are wild out there. And there probably is some community out there for that in Genshin, and I know they're out here doing things way better than me. I don't know what they're doing specifically, I'm sure of it. I don't think I've streamed since these characters came out, have I? Gotta tell y'all, I still haven't watched videos on how to properly play them. So they are not built fully. They're not. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Anyway, what all did I miss? I still need to do all of Verasa's story stuff. I'm just very slack-a-lacking. 79 to pity on Shan Yoon. After getting capturing radiance on Veresa? What? I forget. Are you trying to roll? What is this? Dear Traveler. Anytime. Let me be available soon. Oh, geez. How long do I have? How long do I have, y'all? 6 days. Not this one. This one. 7 days. These are the two it means, right? Wait. What did it say? Dang. That means I'm not going to be able to stream it. That's fine. Also, separate note. I can't get into this tangent. I don't have time, but the voice acting stuff has been going wild out in the Genshin community. And I just don't have time today to like go into all of it and stuff, but it's crazy. If you all have time, go look. I saw Risley's voice actor posted like a 30-minute video on stuff. Sounds like it's gonna stir up a lot in the community. I haven't even watched it yet. Yeah, there's just a lot. Okay, hold on. Let's condense all this resin. I probably should have just done some boss fights today with that, but blasted through Vesta's story past weekend, along with the event to get the free Roron. Ooh, blasted through. Did it take a long time? Because that's gonna be me, I guess, this weekend. Because here we are. How the hell you just say they hate me? Natlin has not been it for me. At least you got the capturing radiance. I think I've seen that once. I can't remember if I was streaming that time I got it. But that means you were saved in your 50-50, right? Our story is pretty quick. The event stuff was not. Dang. Okay. Well, I'm glad her thing will be short because I gotta be very real with you all. I've already said this before, but I've not really been enthused with what I've seen of her. Maybe this story will change my mind on that, but this won't be quick. Oh crap. Guess that makes sense. Wish me luck, y'all. I'm gonna do my best speeding through it, I guess, this weekend. I do like how fast Veresa is. That is kind of nice for like overworld exploration stuff. All right, let's just make something real quick. Doing like all the weekly boss fights last night on my phone before server reset was horrible. Well, I guess really the horrible part is because I have Bressa and Janssen on my team, and they're not built properly. I don't know how to use them properly. So I'm really running with like a 2-man team on all the boss fights, which doesn't always go very well. All right, let me finish my dailies. I haven't started the world quest. Withering Waves had a huge patch drop the same day as Genshin. Juggling 2 gotchas has been a nightmare. I can't even imagine. Like, I remember doing that before with different gotchas, and I just which one do I really need? I think it is. I can't remember which one I'm low on. I mean, I could see the numbers, but I think this is what I need for one of them. Mulani, 80, Kadinch, 70, Shlonen failed. No, Malwika 80, then failed. Did it 10 pull. Oof. Sidlali failed at 70. Bressa capturing Radiance 80. Sean Yoon, 79 even counting. Forgot to include Chaska. Got her at 76. Oh my gosh. I wish there was an easier way to track like how your pulls have gone, because I feel like mine have been pretty trash garbage also for Natlin.
Bow your head.
Getting sleepy, gonna head to bed. Wake up early tomorrow. Gotta wake up early tomorrow. Good night, Alfred. Thanks for being here. And I still haven't cashed your points for Poppy playtime. Just make sure we actually do it before I charge them. Maybe next Monday, if I can actually get here on time. Last early 5-star before Mawika was Risley's original banner. You have really good memory. Y'all, I've come to realize that my memory is garbage, trash, dog water. I don't remember my pull history. I guess that you can see it up to like 6 months in the thing. I wish there was a better way to kind of track it over time. I can't remember. I think there was one Natlin one I did actually get lucky on. I think I told you all about it. I don't think I ended up streaming it. It might have been Bressa's actually. Maybe? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I put it in the Discord when I did it. So I guess I can't say every Natlin pull has been horrible, because like I said, I think I had one that wasn't absolutely horrible. Imposing focus, is it because you've been having your students do your pulls for you? You need to stop relying on those dang students. Bring you nothing but misfortune. Why blame yourself when you can blame other people? Pulling pulls were good. Everything else has been terrible. Dreading the next 2 patches and dreading pulling. Oh yeah, we've already seen from the preview what we have from their social media, what we have coming next patch, which is going to be another 5-star with a 4-star. 4-star dude. Again, here we are. Oh wait, we see him right here. 4-star. And then the dessert maker, who is, I think she's from Fontaine, actually. I can't remember, but anyway. Next didn't lose my 50-50. He's getting detention. You tell him. You tell him. You better pull good, students. Scoffier and Aoife, yeah. Scoffier is from Fontaine.
Snow is in fact one of water's natural self-cleansing mechanisms.
Which, don't get me wrong, they both look interesting, like visually from the little I've seen. But here it is, another oh my, look at Bressa's health. What just happened? Oh my gosh. That was kind of funny. I don't know what's happened there.
Harder.
Alright, hold on. Now we need to go heal Baressa. What was that? There's a... Baressa's domain hates me. Keep getting the cryo artifacts.
Beauty of bright sunlight.
Oh, we could nuke Baressa. Yeah, I don't know what... I have no idea what happened to Baressa there. A Wattrel. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, my brain. I haven't really been the biggest fan of that new domain because it really wants you to bring someone to do plunging damage, which I don't really run plunging damage characters. Anyway, what am I doing? I think I probably scared all the crystal flies away. Where's the crystal fly? I guess we're getting crystal flies. I said I was gonna go to bed. What am I doing? Do y'all like how my brain is like a million places at once? Can you brute force the domain with Malwika and Nervalette? I haven't had luck with Nervalette. Now, to be fair, I haven't tried Malwika, I don't think. So maybe. Haven't been in there yet. So it's, if you've seen them in the overworld, it's those like fox things with the little ball and they curl up into the ball and you can't really damage them very well when they're in that ball form, except with plunging damage. So like I haven't had success with this team, this team in one cycling it before it goes into ball form. And then really then you should be using like Baressa or someone to do the plunging attack damage and stuff, but I just haven't. My Baressa and my Janssen are both not really built right. And they will die if I use them. I guess I could maybe run like Bombing or someone in the other slot to help, but I've just been doing it in like 2 cycles. Actually, I can maybe run it today to burn that condensed resin. I finish collecting these crystal flies. And I can show y'all what I mean. I guess you can probably run Xiao too or something. Okay, buddy. Why would you do that, Nervalette? Alright. Wonder if Gami works. Don't have any other plungers. Not really a plunge connoisseur, yeah. I think in my brain the characters that would work, Baressa. I think Janssen you can kind of do plunges with. Bombing. Really, I mean, it's really built for Baressa. Baressa, Bombing, Xiao. Shan Yun lets you do plunges, right? There's a crystal fly that normally spawns in here. Where'd you go, buddy? I thought she was sitting on the edge because of, I don't know how she has one leg up. But Gomming would definitely work. To be very real, I did not read the full 10,000 page essay they give you on how to do the fight. I might still have it up here. No, I don't. Wait, where is it? Oh, they say it. Never mind. They say it when you go into the domain. Okay. We turn in the dailies and then we can go run that. I'll be done. It's later than I wanted it to be. This always happens. Oops. I didn't mean to go here. Wait, that's not what I meant to do either. I didn't finish my dailies yet. I think I did 3 of them. Where's my 4th one? All the way down here.
Look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat?
Wait, and so cold. Is it edible?
Oh my gosh. I love this song.
Be sanctified.
Okay, now let me turn these in.
I find that the beauty of bright sunlight.
I keep stopping at the crafting bench instead of going to turn them in.
Thank you for
Let me spend this present on a boss fight real quick too.
What are my orders?
Y'all, I'm a little bit hungry. But I already ate dinner. Be like that. I kind of scrimped out. I didn't eat like all my dinner. Oops. It was a leftover salad. I'm not the biggest fan of leftover salad. It kind of gets soggy and gross. I can go through this one really quickly with just one character. No, my artifact bag. Also, my artifact bag has been pretty hella full lately. I have a lot of things I've locked and have not got back to. All right. Enough. All right. So let's go do that new artifact domain real quick. They'll go a little bit better because I'm on my computer now, since I've been doing a lot of Genshin on my phone lately. But you all see I do not do very well at it. This is the team I've been running.
All right.
Probably could do better. I don't know. So glad I added support for controllers on Android. That's so crazy. I can't imagine doing that. Here it is. Character's plunging attack hits an opponent, their crit damage increased by 30% and attack increased by 20%. So it boosts that, but then where's the description? So we're gonna fight an enemy in here, and I thought we got a description on how to fight it before, but I don't see it. I don't see it among all these. Oh, right here. Here it is. Essentially, it's telling you to use plunging attacks when it goes into this form. Which I can knock it into that form pretty quickly, but... But then once it's in that form, like, Nervalet's not going to do enough damage to it. You can see that the plunging damage is enough to break it. I actually was able to break it there, but I can't do that with Nervalet or Shalonen. And my Baressa lost like a quarter of her health there. I might be. I meant to check that last flower. Oops.
The tides beckon. Bow your head. Settle down.
See, and once it's in that form, I can't do enough damage to it. I think I actually have enough Baressa hits to maybe not kill Baressa and get through it. No, what would cure your sickness? Death. I don't know what you're gonna say, Blurg. Someone call in sick. I did do that. I did do that.
Be sanctified.
23. No, not 23 more hours of Genshin. Oh my gosh. I think my body would give out on me.
Bow your head.
Justice o'clock. Look out below. Hero incoming.
Actually, my Baressa seems to maybe get through that without dying as long as I keep her in that. 1 more hour Genshin, 22 hours of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my gosh. I do need to get back to Baldur's Gate 3. I've not been doing well in keeping up with that either. Things have not been all good in the hood, huh? And now it's past 11 o'clock and I meant to literally already have dried my hair and been settling down in a bit by now. Here we are, you know? Now, I might be able to actually do enough damage to it. Maybe. If I brought Malwika instead of Shalonen and then just, like, used them both. prior to it going to that form. I don't know. Okay, thankfully, running this not on my phone, I'm doing a little better running on a computer. Bressa is actually able to get through and break its little shield, make the fight go faster. But when I don't use Bressa to do that, I just have to wait out its little shield mode, and then Nervalet finishes the fight. Lamb meow.
Mighty, be humble. Settle down. An oversight on my part. Be not perturbed, unscathed. Bow your head.
Hero incoming! It's justice o'clock!
Settle down.
All right, I said glam meow, and then I ignored it. All right, that went better because I'm doing that on my computer versus on my phone. Let me tell y'all, doing stuff in Genshin on my phone, pretty rough most days. Most days is pretty rough. I even don't even like doing like the PCG on my phone. Like everything is just much easier on my computer. All right. And with that, I also, as you all can tell, haven't done enough exploration here yet. 44% apparently with what I've done. Surprisingly. But anyway, all right. Let me get my butt back over here. Look at my hair. My hair is wet. I need to go dry it. And if y'all didn't know, my curls have 17%. No way. You didn't have to explore it a lot for any of the quests. To be fair, some of that is because I was out there collecting Bressa and Janssen's things they need for ascending.
This route.
I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Bressa's quest all took place in 2 small areas. 0 exploration. Really? Huh. Well, I guess you did say it was not too long to do that versus the story or the event quest, which I'm guessing the event quest is named in that area. I'm guessing it's back like in the parts of the map we've already been. Let's see it. Janssen's mats, yeah. Yeah, I guess a little bit different since I was also having to get Bressa's, which added some more exploration. Plus, I went and got the domain for the artifacts and stuff. All right, y'all. Let's switch over. I'm way past when I wanted to be done streaming. Oops. Yeah, sorry, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to a concert. So I probably won't be back until next Monday. In which point I'm really hoping to get through Poppy's playtime for Alfred. So we'll see. I'm hoping my ouchie skin freaking goes away. Although I feel like it's kind of getting worse in the sense that it was very central. And then like maybe my upper arms and like my thighs. But now I'm kind of feeling it in my hands. So I feel like it's expanding. I don't know. Anyway, y'all. Let's see who's on. I'll pull an affirmation card and get out. Get out here. Get out of here. Let's see. Go, Bedge. No, you. You wash your face. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Drag's on. You can read drag. It's been a while because I haven't been here. We can read drag. No, you. All right. Let's pull an affirmation card. With all this like pain that I'm like feeling, I'm thinking of, I don't know if y'all have seen Black Mirror, but there's a Black Mirror episode, and it's all Black Mirror episodes are very dystopian. So this becomes very dystopian, but there's like a technology in it that lets doctors feel their patient's pain to help diagnose them. I'm like, I wish I could like translate this pain to a doctor so they could be like, oh yes, it's blah blah blah, to help me figure out what's going on. I didn't like that episode, or like what happens in that episode, as I feel about most Black Mirror episodes. But anyway, the idea made sense. If a doctor can just feel what a patient is feeling instead of having the patients all describe it differently, do better. All right. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough path, but someone's got to do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part and making me a better person. Everyone's a teacher. Have fun at the concert. Thanks for stream. Hopefully things get better. Take care. Thanks, Barney. Here's hoping. I'll be out there jamming in this crowd at the concert like, don't touch me! Apple holes. You're correct. Apple holes indeed. Alright, y'all. Let's drop in on drag. Looks like he's doing an event or something, because I don't recognize this. So it must be an event. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Sorry it was so short, and yet also sorry to me for being longer than I meant it to be. 11/11 Make-A-Wish. But anyway. Good night, y'all. Stay healthy. Stay hydrated. Get your flu shots if you can. Alright, y'all. Good night, good night, good night. Bye.